welcome back to my channel. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Gwen and I like to travel. So in this video, I wanted to show you guys what I pack in my bags when I travel internationally, and this is going to be geared towards more budget traveling. I always bring 2 bags, and it's usually minimal packing, and I always have like my personal bag and then my carry-on bag. I rarely ever check in bags because for 2 reasons. One, it's usually cheaper, as you can see this is budget traveling, and then the other reason is because you never know if your bag is gonna get lost. The airlines, you never, like, sometimes it happens, so I'd rather not take that risk and lose most of my stuff and be left in a foreign country without clothes and stuff. So without further ado, let's kind of dive right in. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what's in my carry-on bag first. No, just kidding. I'm gonna show you guys what's in my personal bag first. Okay, so my personal bag, I always bring like a medium-sized bag, backpack. This is a great backpack because it has a ton of pockets, and this bag is from REI if anybody is wondering where it's from. It has a laptop sleeve in the back and then a bunch of pockets in here. Of course, I bring my camera, which I'm filming on right now, so I can't really show you guys that. But this is my camera bag, and I put like my microphone in here, some extra SD cards, the chargers, all that good stuff. I have a bag full of electronics, and we'll kind of open this up and see what's in here. So I always bring a portable charger. This thing saves lives, especially when you're just walking around a city or on an airplane or train that doesn't have any ports, then usually would use that. And then here I have a universal like adapter, so this thing is really cool because it has so many different types of outlets. I don't know exactly which one is, obviously this is American, but yeah, so basically like all countries are on this thing. And if you're wondering where this is from, this is from Scross. Great to have. And I also have a USB-C adapter for USB and SD card readers because my laptop is a MacBook Pro and the new ones, so they are now using USB-C ports for whatever reason. I don't know why they keep changing everything. And then I always bring locks for when I stay in hostels. So these I bring like smaller locks with the hook. It's a little bit smaller, not as fat as like normal ones that you would use in like high school in your locker or something, because not all the time will like those big fat locks work. So these are awesome, and they also can be used on your luggage if you were checking in bag, but I'm not really checking in bags, so but just in case, handy. And of course I have headphones, and that's that. Next, I have my laptop, of course. This is obviously essential for when you work from your laptop. I do all my work, video editing, everything I need to get done. And then I bring my Amazon Fire. I love to read when I'm traveling, especially when there's like a bunch of downtime. I just read a bunch of books on here versus like bringing 5 books with you that use up a lot of space, and it's a lot more weight. So I would recommend getting like some sort of Kindle or something if you like to read. And a journal. I always bring a journal, just writing down thoughts or experiences that I had. I just, I like having paper to actually write some ideas down for like anything, for my business, for just self-growth sort of stuff. Always keep my journal. Some tissues, you know, always need tissues. Okay, so moving on, I always bring a pair of socks because my feet and hands always get cold no matter if I'm on a plane or not. So especially when I'm on a plane, it can get really chilly on planes. So I always bring a pair of socks. I also bring deodorant. Everybody should use deodorant. I have this little, it's like a mini toiletry bag, because you'll see in my actually carry-on bag, I bring my toiletry bag. But I actually got this from Hong Kong Airlines. So shout out to them. It was free. They just gave it to you at the end of your plane ride. And what's in here is an eye mask, that for sleeping on long flights. And then there's, if I can get to it, I have a little toothbrush that also came with the bag that I use on the flight. It's easier because I don't have to like go up into my carry-on and grab my toothbrush. Might be a little redundant, but whatever. Tea. Sometimes when I get like a tickle in my throat, I just ask for like hot water on a plane, and then I'll make my own tea, because usually the tea on planes and the food sucks, so bring your own. Continuing on with my tea, I always bring food because I'm always hungry. And I always want my own snacks because airplane food is meh, and it's usually like way overpriced. So I have some dried mangoes and some bars. These are really good. They're gluten-free and dairy-free, which you can't really find in a lot of places. This one is for girls, mainly. I always bring like a little small purse for when I go out. My makeup bag, you know, some essentials like mascara and or concealer. I don't use a lot of makeup, but I need my makeup bag. Of course, I have to have my passport. You definitely need this, and my wallet. Definitely need these two. Another item in my personal bag are my sunglasses. Oh yeah, this one's pretty obvious. It doesn't even go in one of my bags usually. Personal, if anything, this is like always in my hand. My phone. Duh. And last but not least, I have my water bottle reusable. This is actually a Brita. It has a filter in it. This is great to use for when you're using tap water and you know the water isn't really clean or it's not good to drink, obviously, then this is a great alternative to that. And especially for my trip that I'm going to tomorrow to Colombia and Peru. And by the time you watch this, I'll be in Colombia and Peru. But definitely for Peru and Colombia, I'll use this for sure. Okay, so next we have what's in my carry-on bag. This is from eBags, and it actually, so it's the size of like a carry-on bag. It always fits like in the overhead bin for all airlines, but it actually turns into a backpack, which is great for if you're like walking on a cobble street or dirt road or something like that and your wheels aren't turning. Then this turns into a backpack. I've used it a couple of times actually, so I'm really glad that I was able to have that. I do use packing cubes. These, I'm I'm like really organized and I'm a pretty clean person, so I like to have things like in different compartments. I usually have my bigger cube for my like pants and leggings, dresses, things like that, in this right here. And I have a smaller cube, and in the smaller cube is gonna be shirts mainly, just smaller kind of clothing items. And then I have another kind of cube bag thing, holds like my swimsuits and underwear and like bras and things like that. So next I have my toiletry bag. This thing I've taken everywhere with me and it's getting a little worn out. It's ripping in some places. Like you can kind of see it up here. I've tried to, oh there you go. I've tried to pin it because it's ripping. But I keep band-aids, a bunch of like extra hair ties, and I'm not going to show you everything in here because it's pretty self-explanatory, but I have my shampoo, conditioner, all my like face wash, and I actually bring like a little bottle. So this is a probiotic bottle, but I put all my vitamins into like one bottle, and like I bring allergy medicine too. I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't want it to fall out. But yeah, so I always bring vitamins because when you go out or drink, or usually when you travel, you're not getting the nutrients you need. You're not in a routine of eating like the healthiest foods. You're kind of eating more of like the sweeter, like you want to try everything that's good in the country, so you don't get those vitamins that you need. So I always bring my own vitamins. And I also bring like antibiotic cream just in case. And then I have a bottle of hand sanitizer. So this thing is actually empty right now. I'm going to fill it with some 2.5 pH water, which disinfects your hands. Right now there is the coronavirus going around and everyone's freaking out, so I was trying to go to literally Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, any like place that you can buy hand sanitizer, and I'm not kidding, every single place is out. And it's like, what? Y'all need to chill out. And then toothbrush, of course, and toothpaste. Okay, so these next ones are pretty crucial actually. When I travel, I always bring my own detergent. So these, I'll put the link in the description below, but these are like sustainable laundry detergents. They're tabs in these little plastic, it's not really plastic, but the bags will dissolve in water. So I just throw it in the laundry. I bring these because you'll find that when you travel, you have to pay for laundry and soap, and sometimes soap is like way overpriced. So I always just bring my own, and it saves you a little bit of money. And then I bring a plastic bag. I've reused this so many times, but as you can see, it's from Renaissance Hotel. It's a laundry bag. I use it for my dirty clothes because, again, I'm organized and I'm clean, and I separate my dirty from my clean clothes. And I also bring this little Lysol spray stuff. It's just disinfecting spray. This I take because for my sleeping pillow, I spray this on my neck pillow after flights because planes are usually not that clean and the neck pillow is like touching all over the seat. So I always spray this after I use it. So this towel is very handy. You really need one of these when you travel, especially when you're staying in hostels and you're not staying in hotels with that provide you with towels. This is really fast drying. It's thinner and it doesn't take up a lot of room. Definitely need one of these. You can find one on like Amazon, like everything else. Another thing for this shower, especially when you stay in hostels, is flip-flops. So these flip-flops are rubber, so they don't soak up anything when you shower. So when you shower in hostels, again, hostels aren't the cleanest, and I just always bring flip-flops. Okay, I want to show you guys a pair of shoes that are amazing. These are from Sorel. Focus. And as you can see, they're waterproof. So there is like a membrane inside of these between that makes it waterproof. And these are great because you can literally use them to like walk around during the day. You can use them for hiking. You can use them literally for anything. It's just like an all-around great shoe. And they're comfy, waterproof again. So when it rains or whatever, you don't gotta worry that your feet get wet, which is a big thing for me. Like, I hate when my feet are wet, which you probably do too. I hope you guys found this helpful and useful, and you enjoyed watching what's in my bag. So if you have any questions, or maybe leave a comment down below if you are traveling somewhere. I would love to know where you're going, and if maybe one of these items you didn't think of that you're gonna bring on your trip. So until we meet again, I will see y'all later.
Just think about it right now. Everything's okay. No matter where you find yourself, no matter what kind of stuff is going on in your life, underneath it all, everything's actually all right. You're okay. You have more power than you